help us to help you and others to produce more quality videos. How? Subscribe and share. So let's go now and define a chart of account and assign it to company code. We can go to transaction code OB13, or we can go to transaction SPRO, SAP reference IMG, financial accounting, general ledger accounting, master data, GL accounts, preparations, edit chart of accounts list. Click on new entries. The first field is chart of accounts. In chart of accounts field, we enter a 4-digit alphanumeric code and a text description in the description field. Let's say our chart of accounts is A000 and the description is chart of accounts for ABC. The next field is maintenance language. All accounts must be maintained in the defined maintenance language. By default, other languages are optional, but if you use the same chart of accounts for legal reporting in another language, all chart of accounts should be translated to the local language. We will learn more about this in the future sessions. Let's define English as the maintenance language. Length of GL account number. This is the maximum length allowed for a GL account number. This setting is further defined in the account group definition. Let's say we use a 6-digit GL account number. If we use 6-digit GL account number, we can create up to 100,000 GL accounts. The company decides if they want to use 5-digit, 7-digit, or even 9 and 10 digits GL account number. Most of the companies use 6 digits account number. The next field is group chart of accounts. We enter the group chart of accounts connected to the operational chart of accounts here. I am going to leave this field blank as of now, and we will learn about this in the future sessions. The next field is blocked. If checked, this setting blocks the accounts in the chart of accounts from being assigned to a company code. It is normally used when we are still building up the chart of accounts and are not sure of the final accounts in it. Now we can save the chart of accounts. Click Save. Save the transport request. Now we are going to assign this chart of accounts to our company code /n OBY6 position A001. Select the company code and then assign the chart of accounts. Instead of using the transaction code OBY6, you can also use SPRO, SAP reference IMG, financial accounting, general ledger accounting, master data, GL accounts, preparations, assign company code to chart of accounts. Assign our chart of accounts A000 and save. Save the transport request. That's it. We have created our chart of accounts A000 and assigned it to our company code A001. So let us go and create the account groups first. To create account groups, you can use the transaction code OBD4. Or we can go to transaction SPRO, SAP reference IMG, financial accounting, general ledger accounting, master data, GL accounts, preparations, define account group. Click on new entries. Let me copy the account groups that we are creating from an Excel sheet with the same format. I am creating account groups A100 share capital 100,000 to 100,099. Account group A101 reserves and surplus 100 to 199. A102 accumulated depreciation 100 200 to 100 to 99. A103 secured loans 100 300 to 100 399. A104 unsecured loans 100 400 to 100 499. A105 current liabilities and provisions 100 500 to 100 599. A106 fixed assets 200,000 to 200,099. A107 current assets, loans and advances 200 and 200 199. A108 sales 300,000 to 300,099. A109 other income 300 100 to 300 199. A110 increase decrease in stocks 300 200 to 300 299. A111 raw material consumption 400,000 to 400,099. A112 personnel cost 400 100 to 400 199. A113 manufacturing cost 400 200 to 400 299. A114 administration cost 400 300 to 400 399. A115 interest 400 400 to 400 499. A116 depreciation 400 500 400 599. These account groups are for testing purpose only. In a company, the business team decides how many account groups have to be created and what should be the range of each account group. Let's now save the account groups. Click on Save. Save the transport request. Go back. Click on Position. Chart of account. And let's go to Field Status. Now in Field Status, we can see the currency field is optional. And the other field that we are going to check is the field status group. You can see the field status group is also optional. Now let's see the other fields. The other fields which we are going to check are inflation key, tolerance group, sort key, and authorization group. You can see the inflation key, it's optional. Let's make it suppressed. And tolerance group, let's make it display. And let's make sort key as required and authorization group as optional. And save. So that's it. We have created the account groups and we have set the field status of certain fields. We are going to check later how the system behaves. But since we have a missing configuration, we will not be able to create GL accounts. I want to show you what is that missing configuration and how the system shows the error. Let's go to the transaction code FS00 and let's try GL account 100. Company code is 1001 and let's click on create. You can see the system displays the error message, no P&L statement account type is defined in chart of accounts A000. Before we create GL master record, we must define retained earnings account in customizing. So let's go and do the missing configuration. Let's go to transaction SPRO SAP reference IMG, financial accounting, general ledger accounting, master data, GL accounts, preparations, define retained earnings account. Enter our chart of accounts 8000, continue. Normally an X is given in the P&L statement account type, and we define a general ledger account. It gives a warning message saying account 100 not created in the chart of accounts level. Since it is just a warning message, you can go ahead and save the settings. Save the transport request. Now we have defined the retained earnings account. Let's go back to FS00 and click on create. Now the system is giving another error, which is company code A001 is not assigned to a field status variant. We are going to learn more about field status variant in our next session. As of now, we'll go ahead and assign a standard field status variant to our company code and come back to creating a GL account. Let's go to OB56 A001. This is the field status variant. It is blank here. Let's select a sample or standard field status variant. Let's select the standard field status variant 0001 and save. Now let's go back to FS00, see if we are able to create the GL account. Yes, we are. So first, let us create the GL account at chart of account level using the transaction code FSP1. I have given my GL account that I want to create 100, and I have given the chart of accounts. Now click create. Let's select the GL account type. This is a balance sheet account, so I'll select balance sheet. Account group. This is my A101. Reserve surplus. Let me select a different account group. The GL account number that I have given 100 belongs to reserves and surplus. But let me select sales and see what the system says. It says account group A108 only defined for accounts from 300,000 to 300,099. It will not let us create the GL account in the wrong account group. Let us go back and keep the GL account number which is out of the range and see what the system says. Okay, let me create it. Balance sheet, reserves and surplus. Okay, now it says account group A101 only defined for accounts from 100 to 199. I have given a GL account which is beyond the range. That's why the system is not allowing me to create the GL account. Let's go back and correct the GL account number. Click create. Now let us create the GL account. It should be under surplus. I'll call it as retained earnings account. Okay, now let's save. Our GL account is saved. Now let us go to transaction FSS0 to create the GL account at company code level. Now we have created this GL account 100 at chart of account level. Now we are creating it at company code level. In other words, we are extending this GL account to a company code. the chart of account segment is at client level. So we can extend that GL account which is created at chart of account level to any company code. Let's click on create. Account currency is local currency or company code currency. And when we give the account currency as company code currency, this account can be posted to in any currency, whether it is USD or non-USD. If I give a foreign currency which is not the company code currency, for example, in this case GBP, the account can only be posted to in this currency. The next important field is tax category. It indicates the tax codes valid for use when posting to the account. It can be input tax, output tax, tax code, allow any tax, or blank. If input tax is selected, only input tax is allowed. If output tax is selected, only output tax is allowed. And if a tax code is entered, only this tax code is allowed in the transaction. Or if I select star, then any tax code is allowed. If we leave it blank, then no tax code is allowed. Let's select it as star to allow all tax types. The next field is posting without tax allowed checkbox. If selected, can post to an account that usually requires a tax code without the tax code. This can be risky as users might skip tax entry. So it's advisable and best if you define 0% tax codes to input when tax isn't applicable. The next field is tentative account number. This field is used to enter account from country chart of accounts. This must be unique, that is, the assignment of these accounts with operational accounts is 1-to-1. Since we are not using country chart of accounts, we leave this field blank. The next field is reconciliation account for account type. It has a drop-down option to select assets, customers, vendors, or contract accounts receivable. Reconciliation accounts provide the GL view of the subledger accounting system. All postings of the subledger are also posted to its respective GL account. GL account cannot be posted to directly. Reconciliation of the subledger and GL is always guaranteed. Since this is not a reconciliation account, we leave this field blank. Open item management. This is activated to track offsetting postings for an account. The items posted to this account are then either open items or cleared items. You can only change this indicator for accounts with zero balance. In SAP S4HANA, you can manage open items per ledger by using ledger group specific clearing checkbox. Since this is not an open item GL account, we will leave it blank. The next field is sort key. You can see that sort key is a required field. In the previous lesson, we have made the sort key as required field and tolerance group as display. You can see it's in display mode. And we made the authorization group as optional. And there was one more field, inflation key, which we suppressed. So here you cannot see the inflation key. Let's enter the sort key as posting date 001. This field determines what the system will automatically propose in the allocation field of a document line item. You can always change the field manually. The system can transfer a value or combine values from the document header and line item into the allocation field through the sort key. Many keys are delivered by default with the system. You can also create your own. Examples of values for the sort key are the posting date, document number, vendor number, and so on. Let's move on to the next tab, create bank interest. The first field here is the field status group. Now we have seen that in the previous section, this field was optional. So let us leave this field blank and try to save the GL account. It gives an error message saying make an entry in the field status group. That means this field is a required field by default. So let's enter the field status group. We have standard field status groups provided by SAP. The common field status groups are General G001, Material Consumption Accounts G003, Cost Accounts G004, Bank Accounts G005, Material Accounts G006, and so on. You can select the most suitable field status group from the list. The field status group defines the field status of the various account assignments you make during posting to the account. We can use standard delivered field status groups, or we can customize the field status groups as per our needs. Let's save the GL account. Click on Save. GL account is created at company code level. We have created a GL account at chart of account segment and company code segment separately. Now let's create a GL account centrally using transaction code FS00. Let's create a GL account 101. Click Create. Now you can see I have Type and Description tab, which is at chart of account level, and Control Data and Create Bank Interest tab, which is at company code level, all in the same screen. Just select the GL account, balance sheet, reserves and surplus, test GL account, test GL account, control data, USD, sort key 001, which is for posting date. Go to the next tab, select the field status group G001, click on Save. Now we have created another GL account using transaction code FS00, which is create GL account centrally, both at chart of account level and company code level at the same time. We have already seen check number range, within range and outside range. Now let's move on to the third activity, which is create with template. Let's use 101 as a template and create a new GL account 102. Now I give the GL account number, company code, and click on with template. I give the GL account number 101 and the reference company code A001. Continue. You can see all the details from account number 101 have been copied in the chart of account level segment as well as company code level segment. Now I can make necessary changes and save the account. So I'll change the text to test 2 GL account. Test 2 GL account. Now save. Okay, now we have created the GL account with template, that is using a reference. Let's move on to the fourth activity, which is display GL account. Let's go back, /n, enter, go to FS00. You enter the GL account you want to display, 100, and then click on display button. It will display the GL account. All the fields will be in display mode and you cannot change anything in the display mode. Let's move on to the next activity, which is edit GL account. Let's call GL account 100.101 and change. Let's make changes to GL short text. And save. Now let's move on to the sixth and the last activity, display changes. FS04, enter the GL account in company code and hit enter. Now you will get a list of fields which were changed. You can select any one of them or click all changes. It will show you all the fields which were changed with new and old values. You can also check the username who made the change. We have come to the end of this session. Please help us help you and others by subscribing and sharing our channel. Please watch the complete general ledger accounting videos by clicking on the playlist displayed on the screen. And if you have missed the last session, I have provided the link on the screen as well. So stay safe and see you in the next video. Thank you and goodbye.